Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little update because I haven't spoken to you since my 7-day self-portrait challenge, which is over maybe 4 weeks now. Time is flying. I just really wanted to have a chat because I've not been connecting with the internet as much this past few weeks, just because I feel like I had a massive burst of like creativity and then I just like flopped. Then woke up and it's 3 weeks later. I've got my tea and let's get cracking with this video. So yeah, if you didn't see my 7-day self-portrait challenge, I will leave all the links below. I did a creative self-portrait a day and a video a day for 7 days straight. If you are interested in seeing that, then I'll leave it all linked below. But yeah, obviously I've not spoken about the 7-day self-portrait really since, because I've kind of just been like soaking it all in and recapping it all in my head. I did it back in October and then I decided to do it again in March. No, I didn't, it was April. And then I'm going to be doing it again in October. And obviously I did it once, so the second time round I thought might have been easier, but I was wrong. It was such a hard experience because it was so creatively draining. I had such a great time, I'm not gonna lie, like it was such a fun time, but I think by day 4 I literally just wanted to lay down all day because it was just so tiring. But I will do a more in-depth video about that soon. If you want it, let me know below, because I'd quite like to just sort of recap how I did it, and then in October when I do it again, hopefully you guys can join along even more, because I had a few people join along on that challenge. It was so nice to see other people doing it as well. But yeah, just before that week started, I had a Saturday wedding, and then on the Sunday I did a creative shoot. And the creative shoot was with so many creative people, photographers, models, makeup artists, and we did it at Castle Ashby in Cambridge. So it meant that I came from Doncaster on the Saturday to Cambridge on the Sunday, back to Doncaster to start my self-portrait challenge on the Monday, which meant I think I was doing about 9 days from the Saturday, full creativeness. I tend to work best when I'm really under pressure, creatively more intuitive, and I seem to come up with ideas more when I'm under extreme pressure. So yeah, then I came back. This is turning into a little April recap, but I came back from my 7-day self-portrait challenge down south to my home in Tunbridge Wells, and I did my accounts for that week. As a self-employed person, it means that I have to do my accounts every year. They come out and surprise you, they do. And the rest of that week I then edited all week. And then on the Friday, which was the 20th of April, I went and did my first Hotels with Holly. And if you're interested in seeing that, it's a new series that I'm starting on this channel. I've put my first one up where I stayed in a shepherd's hut, which was so fun. It was such a good place to stay. But I made friends with the Airbnb hosts, and I think I'm doing her niece's wedding, which is good. You never know what's going to happen. I spent last week pretty much just catching up on everything that I'd missed when I did my 7-day self-portrait challenge. Behind the scenes I do quite a lot of product photography and a lot of commercial work, so I sort of was editing that and just cracking on with sending out invoices and just businessy stuff that like people think that we don't do when we really do, and actually being a photographer is 90% admin. So I pretty much caught up on that. I think that's probably where I've not been too creative between my 7-day self-portrait challenge and now, is because I've just been doing admin. Then my family came down at the weekend just gone, and we went to Hever Castle, which is near me. It's about half an hour drive. Basically it's where the Boleyn family, one of Henry's wives, owned it. I did do a guided tour, which I should probably know this. Go and check that out because it was such a great place to go. It was so interesting actually. I've never been to a castle which is so small but also so big inside. Like, you don't realise how big it is inside from the outside because it looks quite small, but it's got a moat around it, and it's got like a Tudor village behind it, which is really cool. And then this week I've been doing editing basically. As always, I've been editing weddings and getting those out for the clients that are waiting for them. I've sent out a couple today, which is really good. It's Thursday the 3rd of May, which is crazy. It's May already. And this weekend I've got a double wedding weekend. So I've got a Saturday wedding and a Sunday wedding. And they're not too far apart. I think they're about an hour apart, but I am driving up to Doncaster today. I think I might do a Q&A on weddings very soon, because I know I've had a lot of questions since my Hotels with Holly came out, and yeah, people have asking me how I do weddings, how I travel for weddings, how I travel on my own for weddings, what equipment I use and all that. So if you've got any questions, leave them below this video and I'll answer them in a different video all about weddings. So yeah, then May is pretty much filled up with one-to-ones, which is amazing. So on my last day of my 7-day self-portrait challenge, I announced that I was doing a workshop on the 26th of May and also starting one-to-ones. So if you fancy joining on the workshop, I've got 2 spaces on the workshop. We've got a couple of photographers already booked on. It will be Saturday the 26th of May. Leave your email below or message me or email me and I'll send you over the brochure, because I'm very excited to teach my very first workshop along with all the one-to-ones that I'm doing this month as well. Yeah, the one-to-ones are pretty much me giving you a one-to-one session on how I shoot self-portraits and helping you along with your self-portrait and how to basically shoot, edit and style and, you know, come up with ideas, creating ideas, connecting with your ideas, creating stories. That's exciting. The workshop is pretty much going to be the same but with more people, and it'll just be a fun day. So if you're interested, then leave me a message and I'll get back to you very soon. But yeah, also I'm going to Scotland this year in August, and I'm just wondering if anyone's got any recommendations. So I've got loads to go by, but I'm going to Aberdeen for a wedding, and then me and Jack are going up for probably about a week and a half, I think. So we're going to go and do a road trip right up to Scotland from Tunbridge Wells, which is going to be a bit crazy, but I think we're going to stay over in Doncaster for one night so that I don't get car sick, because I tend to get car sick. But anyway, going to Aberdeen, and then we're going to drive across Scotland to Glencoe, I think, and then Loch Lomond. But yeah, if there's anything you could recommend for our journey on the way, I'd love to see sort of like waterfalls. I know there's a lot of scenery up there, which I'm very excited to see. We haven't booked any Airbnbs or B&Bs or hotels yet, so if you've got any recommendations for those, then please leave them below. And what else have I got to tell you? Oh, actually today, so last night I had a really weird dream about creating tutorials, so full length, in-depth tutorials. And then this morning I woke up, I went onto Instagram and I follow Rode Mic on Instagram. I've got a couple of Rode Mics that I use for these videos and everything. Up popped a Rode Mic USB standalone desk podcasting microphone, and I thought, this is fate. This means that I need to record tutorials. I'm going to be creating some tutorials which will be in my shop over on my website very soon, so check those out when they go up. So yeah, those tutorials will be live very soon, hopefully. I'm going to be starting recording those in the next few weeks. I've just forgot that my tea is getting cold, and I'm one for drinking hot tea. I hate it when my tea is tepid. It's not a good tea when it's lukewarm. Hope you've enjoyed talking. I've enjoyed having a chat and a catch up, and I'll see you in my next video, which I don't know when it'll be, but hopefully soon. Bye.